Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 236. Hi, welcome again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin. With me, Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, the commercial finance expert. In this bulletin, planning for seasonal cash flow blips, specialist asset finance provider joins enterprise finance guarantee scheme, and asset finance sector experiences modest growth over the last 12 months. As I record this bulletin, we're coming to the end of November, and yes, that seasonal slowdown period is fast looming. Now, there's one problem, of course, with seasonal slowdowns. Not only do sales generally kind of stop for quite a few number of weeks, it seems, but also it exacerbates the late payment problem. Now, if you're a business that sells on 30-day terms, as we record this to the end of November, well, it's very unlikely that you're going to get money before the Christmas shutdown. So what can you do? Well, obviously, the key thing is to plan ahead of your cash flow. Now, if your cash flow is always quite tight, then now is the time to sit down and just do a very rough cash flow forecast of what your kind of requirements are going to be over the next 3 to 4 weeks. You're going to know those payers who pay bang on time, and you're also going to know the ones who probably push the edge a little bit when it comes to taking terms of credit. So what you need to be doing is sitting down and dividing up your cash flow into week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Plot down all your expenditure, plot down your anticipated funds that you're going to be receiving as near accurate as you can, and then look to see what that cash flow gap is. Now, what can you do about it? Well, obviously the benefit of planning ahead is that you can take early action. You can sit down, have a chat with your bank, see if you can extend your overdraft limit, or get hold of some short-term loans now in order to make sure that you don't get caught short. And there are plenty of short-term loan providers out there who can provide loans within 28 to 48 hours. A very good, quick emergency access to funding. So there we are. If you are a business that sells on terms, sit down, plan ahead for your cash flow the next couple of weeks, and don't get caught out. In many previous bulletins, I've highlighted the fact that the UK government is really keen on making sure that small businesses have access to finance. And the government does this via various schemes which sit within the British Business Bank. And one such scheme is the Enterprise Finance Guarantee Scheme, or the EFG, as it's more commonly known. Now, the British Business Bank's overall raison d'etre, part of it is to make sure that smaller lenders have the right access to resources in order to on-lend to small businesses. And the EFG is one of those schemes. Now, there's been announced that the specialist asset finance provider Compass Business Finance has just been given access to the EFG scheme. So what does it mean? Well, for a small lender like Compass Business Finance, there may be lending that they want to do, but they're having to say no because they're not comfortable with the amount of security being given by the borrower. Well, the EFG slots in quite nicely because under that scheme, 75% of that debt is guaranteed by the UK government. So that makes it much more easy for the likes of Compass to say yes. Now, the EFG has been a really successful scheme since it was launched in 2009. Approximately 30,000 loans have been done under that scheme, and the total borrowing about £3.2 billion. So really good news for a niche lender like Compass Business Finance. If you want to know more about what they do, just check out their website, compassbusinessfinance.co.uk. To close this bulletin, let's take our monthly look at what's going on in the asset finance sector. Now, as you know, asset finance is a great way of purchasing assets such as plant and equipment, machinery, IT equipment and vehicles. The Finance and Leasing Association has just released its members' statistics on volumes as to what they've done at the end of September 2018. And in September 2018 compared to September 2017, volumes and deals have actually been flat, essentially 0% change. Now, that lack of growth kind of reflects where the UK economy sits at the moment, where we're seeing that many businesses are a little bit reticent about making investment decisions, very much adopting a wait and see approach. Over the whole year, though, there has been a nominal growth of 3% in terms of volumes year on year. But that compares to where it used to be a good few years ago, about seeing 10 to 12% growth. So there's been very much a big contraction in those deal volumes. So as I said, businesses continuing to be a little bit cautious when it comes to making investment decisions. Well, that's the end of this bulletin. As ever, I hope you enjoyed watching it. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a like and a share. So in the meantime, have a great, successful and profitable week and look forward to being with you next time. Bye-bye now.